and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that have happened this week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
I'm a little bitter right now.
Bitter. There's a lot that just happened today, so we are going to talk a lot about all of the stories that have happened this week, especially today's story. I do want to say, listen, if you're joining us live, make sure you join the chat. Let us know what you think. I'm sure there's going to be some opinions out there tonight just based on what happened. It's going to be interesting to talk to some people tonight about it. Kenneth is on. Kenny is pissed.
Oh, boy.
Kenny, you can't wait to talk to you too, my friend.
I don't even have chat either. So I get a refresh.
All right, refresh. So with that, obviously we're going to be talking about the LeBron James to the Philadelphia 76ers. That story broke a few hours ago. So Kenny, stay tuned for that. Do want to say, if you are joining us on TikTok, we'd love to find out if it's working. We should be live on TikTok now as well as Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all the Twitter. So many different media formats that you can watch us on. But Ron, before we get started, let's thank those that continue to help us grow.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
Also want to thank our good friends there in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 WJY FM. Appreciate the support and putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our good friends here in Southeast Connecticut, S6E30 Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for the support, putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. If you're listening or watching us on those platforms, check us out live every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'd love to talk to you. Ron, do we talk sports first? Do we jump into something else? Because it's always sunny in Philadelphia. Always sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So last week, I get a little upset. I'm going to talk to you about something else before we get into this LeBron James thing, because I know it's going to really piss you off. But let me ask you this. Cold Stone. Have you ever had Cold Stone Creamery, their ice cream?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now they have a taco. I don't know if you've seen it. They've got a taco. Super excited. I was like, holy cow, I got to check this. I got to get this taco. And I go, and they're like, oh, yeah, we make so many, and then when we sell out, we don't make anymore. So I'm like, I got to call. So my wife calls one day. They don't have any more. I'm like, you strategically got to plan what day time you can get a taco from Cold Stone, because they don't make these things. So I've yet to try one. Because I cannot find a time that they actually have one. Like, why even advertise it? Don't advertise it then. If this is what's going to happen.
I mean, how much are they charging for the things?
I think it's $9 for a taco. It's not that bad.
Sure.
I mean, listen, everything's gone up. $9, not that bad. It's a good size
just
taco.
Go get your Walmart or Shaw's brand ice cream.
What? It's not made with love, Ron. It's not made with love. It's not. All right, Ron. I guess we'll talk some sports. We're going to semi-lead off, not lead off story. This NBA story just broke a few hours ago. LeBron James has made a decision, and he's going to Philadelphia. Your thoughts on the move? So it's a 2-year, $8 million deal with a player option. So
Look, he is back on the bottom again. Back on the bottom. He just pulled himself out of the bottom. And now he's right back in it because I don't buy what he's selling. He is a pompous jackass. There's no other word for it. Because he thinks that the world revolves around him, and it really doesn't. And it makes me sick that he was I just have a desire to play. It's not about the money, and it isn't about the money. That I know.
I mean,
he's chasing a freaking ring. He's trying to outdo Michael, and it's over. It's over.
Well, he'll never outdo Michael because he need to win 2 more from a championship standpoint. I will say this, Red. I like the move. I like the move for Philadelphia because
I love the move for Philadelphia.
If I'm a Sixers fan, I sit back and say, listen, I just saw the New York Knicks do it after 50-something years. And we are just they're like the same mold. Philly, New York, those kind of grind, gritty, old school teams. You think about back in the days with Dr. J and Barkley and just how much history is in Philadelphia. LeBron, to me, had an option to say, listen, I could go get paid probably somewhere else. $8 million. LeBron James made $53 million last year.
Yeah.
$8 million is nothing. Like, realistically, you think about it, he's playing for free. He looks at it as this. Here's an opportunity for him to do what he did in Cleveland. He brought Cleveland a championship. Can he bring a championship to Philadelphia? I think from that standpoint, it would cement his legacy.
Eric, now I don't think it helps his legacy. I really don't think it helps because I look at Philadelphia's point of view. This was the right move for Philadelphia. It was the right move because when you can put on the court Embiid, James, Brown, Edgecombe, and Maxey, when you can put them all on the court at the same time, you are better than every other team. The problem is,
so hurts, yeah.
The problem is, are they all going to share that court? Ever?
Probably not. Listen, Embiid has been an injury nightmare from day one.
Can't wait to see Brown going out there, and it's him and Edgecombe.
Probably. Maxey's had a tendency to have some injuries. James, for the most part, will miss about 20-something games a season since he's been. Bob Myers did do his job, Kenny. He is a consultant for the 76ers. He's built this team now to be in contention. Great point, Kenny. Listen, LeBron James could pick any team he wanted to go to. And I think realistically,
right,
especially for $8 million, and most teams would have taken him.
I really wanted him to go back to Cleveland. I think with him in Cleveland, it gives them a chance to win a championship there.
Let me ask you this, though. You go back to Cleveland, and when we talk about legacy, and to your point, you're saying no, but I still think there's still a small piece of what his legacy is ultimately going to mean for the NBA. If he went to Cleveland and didn't get it done, would it be a bigger failure than if they don't get it done in Philadelphia? Because we've seen this before. We've seen these super teams get together, and it just doesn't work. So, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, if you go to Philadelphia and you can get it done, I think that just amplifies what people think of you ultimately in the NBA world at once you retire.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I just think it would have been nice for him to go back to Cleveland and retire in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's a nice story.
Right.
I agree with
and
you
I
on
think
that part
would
of
be
it.
great. This is him chasing a ring. This is him chasing a ring, and he gave that cockamamie excuse.
Let me ask you this question, Ron. What players don't do it anymore?
Oh, that's not that goes without saying.
right? But I
You
think that's just
Kevin Durant does it.
we are an old school. We've been
Yeah.
around for a little longer. We talked about
Yeah.
our ages earlier before we started the show. What you see today with the NBA is not what you seen 30, 40 years ago with the NBA. It just
Not
didn't
even
happen.
30.
So you got to understand where the league is now
Yeah.
and understand that, yeah, maybe he was at the forefront of it, but that's because that's where the league's going. And they all do it.
And again, it
But
doesn't make me like it anymore.
but I don't
It
fault
makes
him
me
for
like
it.
the league less and less every year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
And-
Ron, you can't fault him for it. You can't blame LeBron James for saying,
Sure.
listen, I'm going to try to win another ring. Like, it's important to him. Shaq the other day came on a podcast or whatever he did, and he said, I always regret that I didn't win. I could have probably won 7. But he made decisions just based on what he thought was best for him and not what was best for his career. Those things live with you. LeBron went to Miami and lost that first championship to the Spurs. That stings. You go, you know what I mean? You go to the Lakers, you only win 1. You try to build teams there. It was I
see,
think
that's the problem with it all. You're too busy focusing on trying to build a team, and 9 out of 10 times it's not going to work.
it probably won't. Probably will not work because it hasn't really since. Think about the New York Knicks just won the championship. I don't think they built a super team. They built a team, got a good amount of role players in depth that made them successful throughout the postseason. You're very top heavy in Philadelphia. But to your point, if those guys can't play, the guys behind them are not very good.
No, and it's just a recipe to put people in the seats. It's not a recipe to win a championship. It really isn't. That's not the way it works in the NBA. You actually have to show up, play the games, and play well. And the Knicks did that. And I have more respect for the Knicks than ever, after this past season. And you just look at how they assembled it. It's that's the way to do it. And when you start piling on, with players, and it just doesn't, that's not the way OKC did it.
No.
It's not how dynasties do it. That is good for a one and done, and we know that with the Celtics.
But that's what I'm saying. I
know
don't.
that.
This is where the league is. You don't have repeat champions anymore.
Yeah, and
Players just don't stick around. And to your point, if I was a player, I'm thinking, hey, the New York Knicks just won it. Maybe I sign in New York, and that's my best chance to maybe win a championship because they just did it. But that's not what's happening. It's like everybody's looking at Philadelphia, everybody's looking at Miami, right? Because that's the hot spots right now with these players that just went there. And I think sometimes to your point, that's a mistake.
This is what pisses me off about what the Celtics did and their new ownership group. This is indicating me that they're not going to win a championship anytime soon.
No, they're not even trying. I really don't.
So expect more changes.
Yeah. So obviously, before we move on, record 24th season in the NBA for LeBron James. That is an all-time record. Which brings us to his stats from last season, Ron. So think about this. At 40 years old, he's 41 now. He played in 60 games, so he missed, 22. 20.9 points, 6.1 rebounds, 7.2 assists. Shot 51.5%, 31.7 from 3. His three-pointers were down, and 73.7 from the free throw line. Again, not horrible numbers. If he can give 15, 6, and 6 to the Philadelphia 76ers, they're going to be pretty successful. Yeah, Timberwolves bulked up too, right, Kenny? You get LaMelo, you get Ball, you get, Anthony Edwards, and now you're trying to build a team there as well. This is the way the league runs now. It doesn't run off of Draft well. The OKC, the Thunder are the only team I could probably say, Ron, that they just drafted so well, made a lot of trades, got rid of all those guys, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, got a lot of picks for them and made the right decisions that got them to a championship. Most teams don't want to wait. They just don't. So they do what the Philadelphia 76ers are doing. I'll take every player possible that I can and just see what happens. But, all right, you ready for a crazy stat? I'll give you a crazy stat, Ron. Did you know, Ron, that the average NBA player career span is only 4.5 years? So the average is 4.5 years. With that being said, only 12 players in NBA history have played at least 20 seasons or more. 12. So that's pretty crazy to think about.
Moses Malone.
20. Vince Carter. Obviously LeBron.
He played 20?
22 years.
Well, he was
Kevin Willis. Yep. Kevin Willis. Like there was a bunch, but 12 guys.
Just don't retire. Just be on the injured list.
Which Haslam. Udonis Haslam from the Miami Heat. He used to just play. He just sit on the bench. He was more of a coach than he was a player, but he got credit for all those seasons. So he actually played over 20 seasons. Yeah. So some of these guys didn't play, but some played at a high level. So LeBron at 24 seasons is the record, though.
Yeah, so, he plays at a high level.
He's at a high level. All right, Ron, we are going to talk a little World Cup. This was going to be our leadoff story before the LeBron James story broke. Spain is the World Cup champions. How did they get it done, Ron?
They just played better than everybody, Eric.
And we're done. So I will say, defensively, they broke.
Well, that's it. They killed everybody in the midfield.
They broke a record. They gave up one goal in the entire World Cup, which is a record. There was 3 teams that had only given up 2 goals ever in the history of a World Cup to win a championship. They did it in 1. And then the game against Argentina didn't even have a shot on goal until extra time.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That it was absolutely nuts when they kept flashing 0-0 on goals attempted, shots at goal. And I'm going, how is it possible that a team could keep you from shooting at least once in a half?
Well, we had talked about it last week, Eric, and we were talking about how they stifled, everybody with that midfield game. And in order to put any pressure on them whatsoever, you have to get it to your forwards. And Argentina just
couldn't do it. So real quick, we'll go through the game. So Spain tied Cape Verde, which that was a big game for Cape Verde. That's what put them on the map and kind of got everybody excited about them. Then they beat Saudi Arabia 4-0, and then they beat Uruguay 1-0. That was in the group play. So no goals given up in group play.
No goals.
Then they played Austria in the round of 32 and won that game 3-0.
No goals.
Round of 16, 1-0, beat Portugal.
No goals.
This should make you feel better about U.S. soccer after this one, Ron. Belgium. They beat Belgium 2-1. The only team to score on them in the World Cup who beat us. So that goes to show you how good Belgium was. Because they're the only team that scored.
Belgium is good. Belgium is good.
One goal. That one goal that Spain gave up was to Belgium. And that was in the quarterfinals. Obviously beat France 2-0. And then Argentina 1-0 in the World Cup.
No shots.
With no shots in regular time. Absolutely insane. What a great performance by them.
What they accomplished was absolutely incredible. Clearly the best team.
100%.
I don't think there's any question that they're the best World Cup team ever.
And I will say this, Ron, you don't need some of that flag. Like, yes, Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, they kept talking about, right? And those guys were scoring. Kane. So you had players, but when you play great team football,
yeah,
is what they did. They just made sure that no matter what, I don't care if we score one goal, as long as we don't allow the other team to score any goals. And that was their mindset this entire World Cup. Just don't let them score. Most of these games, 1-0, 2-0, right? It wasn't 1-0, sorry. It wasn't anything where you sat back and go, holy cow, they won 5-3 and, you know what I mean, dramatic fashion. They just shut you down, got the one goal they need, and then call it a day.
They just smothered the other teams. So that way it was just an anemic offense against them. And that is going to be what everybody is going to do. They're going to take a look at that, and other countries are going to try to perfect that.
Yeah.
And that is why we see a lot of, 1-0, 2-1 games in soccer, because when they can perfect that defense, there's no substitution for it. There really isn't. If you don't give the other person a shot, you're not losing the game. it's that
you didn't win a
simple.
game if you don't score a goal. That is Jake. Thanks for joining. It's been a while, Jake. We missed you. Yeah, it's a little disappointing on one end. Like, obviously, you think or at least I felt I wanted to see Messi go off. This is probably his final World Cup and be the champ. But again, I think Spain was much more deserving just based on the way they played this entire World Cup tournament. And the viewership, over 67 million viewers worldwide watched that game, which is insane to think about. Like, there were a lot of people watching that final. So football's here, football's alive. If MLS and those other leagues here in America really take notice, you have a great opportunity right now to jump on that sport. And just people are aware of it now. They're watching it. And this is your opportunity. So, all right. Ready to talk some NFL?
Sure. More football.
All right. We're going to talk about these Las Vegas Raiders, and should they start? There we go, Kenny. Get ready. Should the Raiders start Fernando Mendoza week 1 as their starting quarterback for the season? So I want to do something a little fun here, Ron, because I'm sure you have an opinion, but I want the results to speak first before you give your opinion. All right? So I've taken the liberty of giving you the number 1 picks since 1970 that started the season, week 1. All right? And you're going to just tell me if you think that it was a good move by the team that they did it, or a bad move by the team that they did it. All right? I think you're going to find a lot of good in this. Terry Bradshaw, 1970 by the Pittsburgh Steelers, number 1 pick overall.
I'm guessing it was a good thing.
4 championships, right? I think that worked out for him. It's a pretty good one. Jim Plunkett of the New England Patriots, 1971.
Not so good.
Not so good for the Patriots, but better for the Raiders, because he did end up going on to the Raiders and winning.
Yes.
Steve Bartkowski of the Atlanta Falcons.
No.
Probably not. John Elway of the Denver Broncos.
There we go.
Troy Aikman of the Dallas Cowboys.
There you go. That's nice.
Jeff George of the Indianapolis Colts.
He was actually very serviceable.
Good, right? Drew Bledsoe of the New England Patriots.
Very good.
Peyton Manning of the Indianapolis Colts.
Very good.
David Carr of the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford of the Detroit Lions.
Well, it didn't work out for Detroit, but it certainly worked out for the Rams.
Pretty good quarterback, though, overall. Sam Bradford of the St. Louis Rams.
No.
Cam Newton of the Carolina Panthers. Got him to a Super Bowl.
Mixed bag.
Personality. Got him to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He did. Andrew Luck of the Indianapolis Colts. Potential was there,
It was there.
right? So he was a good quarterback.
It was there. Yeah.
Jameis Winston of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No.
Yeah. Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals.
No.
Joe Burrow, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Question mark.
Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
No.
Bryce Young of the Carolina Panthers.
Question mark.
Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears.
Big question mark.
Cam Ward, Tennessee Titans.
Well, that's just
Super
a
huge
very
question.
far away question mark.
But if you think about it overall, most of these quarterbacks either got to the postseason, won championships.
Most of them are actually pretty good.
Pretty good. They had great careers.
Yeah.
Solid careers.
Even some of the ones that didn't have great careers, like Sam Bradford, he wasn't a bad quarterback.
No. Bad systems, bad teams,
Right.
Bad coaches. Danny, thank you for joining the show. So I would say this overall, based on those results, Ron.
Yes.
The Raiders would make the most sense to start him week one, regardless of whatever happens with Kirk Cousins.
I don't agree with it, though. It's tough because you want him to learn. I just look at it this way. Aaron Rodgers, say what you want about the pompous jerk, which I pretty much said. He waited, and it worked out great for him, and Jordan Love also, of course, this is Green Bay. That's the way they do things.
The way they do it. Just
and it's not wrong. It really isn't wrong. But I just have a problem with the potential disaster because Jamarcus Russell is one of those that was a disaster.
But he didn't start week one and then came in, right? Because they wanted to see what they had. It's almost like the guys that start from week one, their confidence level seems to build where they feel
because
like they
you're
can
bringing him right from training camp into that role that he's known. When they're sitting on the bench, I think the pressure builds more because they see a team struggling, so they are calling for this quarterback to come off the bench, mid-season and save them. And there's more pressure on them. I think if a quarterback starts from the beginning of season, that is its best move.
Yeah, to me, less pressure on the player, the team, if you got a rookie quarterback starting, because now people expect you to probably not do so well. If Kirk Cousins comes in and the team starts like 1-5, you're getting more criticism. Like, why aren't you playing him?
And that's more pressure on the rookie.
Versus Mendoza, if he's 1-5, they're like, okay, it's rookie learning, and he's got it. Is he improving after 6 weeks, or is he declining after 6 weeks?
Yeah.
I think for the Raiders, it makes the most sense to start him. I agree with you that if he could sit the year and just wait, might be the best scenario. But based on those results and those players, I was like, a lot of these guys went on to win Super Bowls. Like Bradshaw won them, Elway won them, Aikman won them, Plunkett won it with the Raiders, Peyton Manning won it. Technically, Drew Bledsoe won one. Granted, he was on the bench.
He did. But I think he would have won it anyway.
He could have. He
played.
Right? Cam Newton got to a Super Bowl. Stafford won a Super Bowl with the Rams. So, like, a lot of these guys won Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow got to a Super Bowl. I mean, of the more recent. I think for the Raiders, makes the most sense to just start him. Just what's the worst that could happen? He's an absolute bust, and then you just get rid of him. You're gonna move on from him anyway. Why find that out in year 2? Wow, like this kid can't play. We sat with him a whole year trying to get him ready.
I mean, it depends on your staff, really. I mean, it's all in what kind of a coach you have, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the kid's makeup personally. So, Maybelline. I mean, you gotta.
No, probably not that. No.
Yeah, it
It's
depends
made
on
to
the
leave.
player. It really does.
Come
Depends
on.
on the player. I mean, Drake May came in halfway. Can't
You're
breathe.
gonna make it. You're gonna make it. Buddy, you know who doesn't want to tackle football? That guy over there, because breaking news, Tony. Yeah, I read that. Tony Romo arrested for it wasn't a DUI, it was a OWI. Observed while intoxicated or something, or whatever that's called. I don't know what is an OWI again? I forgot. Hold on.
Jesus.
It is
Danny, our reporter on the scene.
What is the difference? Operating under the influence.
Oh,
While
great.
yeah. So
So
yeah,
it's basically a DUI, but they just call it something else.
yeah. So he was in I think Milwaukee, somewhere where he played high school football. Probably
Guess
got
who
it
doesn't
together
have a
with some
job
dudes.
tomorrow?
Hey, isn't that crazy? Since 2017, he was with CBS, and this could affect that. Could affect it. It could. Avon calling.
Especially, yes. And it also depends on his political stance too. Unfortunately, with CBS, they're changing everything. Anybody that has leftish policies, they're gone.
I mean, ESPN just fired a bunch of people, or laid them off. So,
wait, are they hiring?
They could be. I mean, we're campaigning to get us on. You guys, everybody out there live, flood the market. Tell them you want it. Sports Unfolded on there.
Tell them you want Sports Unfolded on their network. Get rid of that other crap.
I am glad Danny is on, because Danny's going to appreciate our crazy stat. So, Danny, I hope you're listening right now, because Ron's ready for his crazy stat. Ron, do you know that the most wins for a rookie in an NFL season where they started is 13? Two players tied it. Had 13 wins in their rookie season. Do you want to take a guess on those two before I give you the answer?
Well, that eliminates Tom Brady.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't start yet as a rookie.
I'm going to say, oof. Wow, that's a tough one. It's got to be somebody from Dallas. I'm going to say it is Roger Staubach.
Okay, Roger Staubach. Very good guess.
And I'm gonna say Troy Aikman as well.
Okay, both Dallas. You think both Dallas rookies? I believe they were 1-15 in Troy Aikman's first year as a rookie. So that couldn't be. That's not right then. Right off the bat, I'll be honest with you there. So two rookie quarterbacks had 13 wins. It was one Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh yes.
And one Mr. Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott
really
13 games in his rookie season.
Wrong Dallas quarterback.
Dallas. That's why when you went Dallas, I was like, oh, he might be heading there. So, Danny, your Dak Prescott, 13 wins as a rookie, is tied for the most wins as a rookie in NFL history with Big Ben. Big Ben, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Just shows you how much I pay attention to rookies.
Yeah, I see that. You know who you're going to pay attention to? Fernando Mendoza, because he's starting week 1 for the Raiders. Get ready. Whoever's watching from the Raiders, listen to that list I just gave you. Start the kid if you want to.
I mean, going by the list, I mean,
be dumb not to.
Volumes.
Yeah, be dumb not to.
I mean, when you start looking at that, I mean, that's actually kind of impressive.
Right? Since 1970. That's crazy.
We know you're here, Danny.
We know, buddy.
We've mentioned you a few times already, actually.
All right. You ready for your starting 5?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Our starting 5 just changed to pick and roll. We're going to have to bounce that back. Our starting 5 tonight.
Hey, I put down the mouse and it just switched.
Is NFL current tight ends. So the best 5 tight ends in our eyes. All those out there live, let us know if you agree or if you have somebody else that you think we missed. But Ron, you are first this week, so you can start us off with your honorable mentions.
Yeah, I've got 4 of them, Eric.
Shocked. Only 4.
Only 4.
Yeah.
And I have Dallas Go Dirt. Dallas Goddard I have in there. I think he's and I'm not I didn't look at I started looking at career stats and I'm like, well, if I'm just picking the best tight ends this year,
Like now, yeah.
right. I'm not going to
Doesn't matter
go
what
by their stats. I do think Dallas Go Dirt.
I can't with you.
Dallas Goedert is very capable tight end, and I think he's one of the best players. When they put him in the mix, he's very effective, and I don't think his numbers show it as well as what he is.
Okay.
And I have Dalton Schultz as well.
Oh, from the Cowboys?
That honorable mention.
This
is a great honorable mention list.
Yeah.
And I have Juwan Johnson, honorable mention.
Okay.
I mean, I believe he was somewhere around like 3rd or 4th in touchdowns for tight ends last season. So I'd like that. I mean, you want your tight end to be able to score touchdowns.
It kind of helps, yeah.
Right? And I actually have Hunter Henry as an honorable mention. Look, you can say all you want. The guy is close it. The guy was 4th in receptions for tight ends. 4th.
Okay.
4th in receptions.
Okay.
The guy is very effective. They like throwing the ball all over the place. So, but
okay.
I like Hunter Henry. So honorable mention.
All right. I have two. Dalton Kincaid of the Bills. I think he's a very good fit for Josh Allen and what he's able to do. And then I had Sam. And then a lot of these guys got hurt. So their numbers last season, but I still think they're top. So Sam Laporta for the Detroit Lions. I really like him as well. He was like my bubble guy.
He was too new for me, and
Yeah, so I put him in there as my honorable mention. So that means we're on to our starting 5, which means, Ron, you are at number 5. What do you have?
At number 5, I have Mark Andrews.
Oof. Okay.
At number 5, yes.
Okay.
I think he's on the downside of his career, but he's still very effective. And yes, he's on the downside.
Okay.
I mean, when you look at his career numbers, 56 touchdowns career.
You said you didn't look at career numbers. Now you're looking at.
I know, but I'm just saying, that is a very big number, and he's a very good target to have when you're in the red zone. And, he just does everything well.
Except in
but I have him at number 5 because age now catching up.
In a big playoff game when he dropped them. Anyway, we're not gonna bring that up again. At number 5 for me, the gentleman there on your side, Mr. Kyle Pitts. Again, I think for the Atlanta Falcons, this kid is an immense talent. He's just got to keep his head screwed on straight. Last season, 88 receptions, 928 yards, 5 touchdowns, 10.5 yards per reception. I would take those numbers all day as a starting tight end for me. So I went Kyle Pitt. Jason Witten, tight end's the best. I will agree with you, Danny. He's one of the best, but we're just talking about current tight ends. So is there a guy you like now for tight ends in the NFL? So, Ron, that's my number 5. Who do you have at 4?
At number 4, I have Brock Bowers. This kid has impressed in his first 2 seasons. And I didn't really have many players that are at the beginning of their careers, but this kid's going to be a force. And I
Okay.
think he's going to have a great career.
All right. I had at number 4 Colston Loveland of the Bears, the rookie last season.
That's a good one too.
58 receptions, 713 yards, 6 touchdowns. Ron, 12.3 yards per reception.
Yeah,
You take those numbers. That's a hell of a job.
that's
And he made that big
that's
catch in the postseason. He was the guy that flipped pass by Caleb Williams. So Loveland, to me, the immense talent. This kid's going to have a great year this season.
yeah. There's several players that are gonna have massive seasons that are playing tight end that are in their like second, third
Yeah.
seasons,
Agreed.
and there's some great ones. My number 3 is Kyle Pitts,
Okay.
and when we look at just what has been starting quarterback for the Falcons with Kyle Pitts there, imagine if he actually has a quarterback that knows what they're doing. Kyle Pitts is probably the most talented tight end in the league. He just hasn't put it together, with whether it's attitude or just desire to be great may not be there, but the talent is there. And you give this kid a quarterback that can pile up numbers, and Kyle Pitts will certainly be one of the best statistically wise.
All right. So number 3 for me, I did go veteran here. Again, another guy that got hurt, but George Kittle of the 49ers last season, 57 receptions, 628 yards, 7 touchdowns, 11 yards per reception. If this guy is healthy, he is such a force for that team. And again, their wide receiver core this season might be a little bit up in the air. So I think George Kittle is going to get a lot of targets.
Yeah, you could be correct on that one, if he can stay healthy. My number 2 is Terry McBride. He had the most yards. I mean, he was so effective with Kyler Murray of all quarterbacks. He needed a big target, and he found McBride so often. I mean, when you can pile up, I believe it was over 1,200 yards, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes, it was.
as a tight end. I mean, that is a weapon right there.
Yeah.
That's a weapon.
Right. At number 2 for me, I had Brock Bowers. 64 receptions, 680 yards, 7 touchdowns, 10.6 yards per reception. But Ron, this guy's played 2 years in the league.
Yeah.
2-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro. So talk about already making an impact.
Yes. That kid is
Fernando
gonna
Mendoza throwing to this kid with that accuracy. Brock Bowers, I'm calling it now 90+ receptions next season.
You could be right. You could be right. I mean, Brock Bowers, he's what you want as a tight end, right?
Another guy that got hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Number 1, do we both have the man in the middle?
I do not.
You don't even have him on your list?
I do not have him on my list.
I have him on my list because to me, nobody's doing it better. Even at his age, I'm still giving him the credit that he deserves, and he's going to have hopefully a healthy Mahomes. Well, actually, I scratched that. Hopefully not, but
Mahomes ready to go day 1. They said already training camp.
yeah, I
insane?
mean, Travis
That's crazy.
Kelce is one of the best all time. And I know he's on a downside of his career, and it could end after this season.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he
I
goes on.
still think he's the best in the league.
I will say this: he's probably the best, and this is going to be controversial, probably, but I think the best in NFL history. I would put him ahead of Gronk, slightly, because of his health, and he was able to stay healthy longer.
That is true.
So I gave him that, and that's why I put him ahead of Gronk. But at this point in his career and his age, I do not consider him one of the top 5. I will say this though, Ron. This was what inspired me to do this was the fact that him and Taylor Swift got married recently, and I wanted to kind of honor the tight ends. So that's what made me think of this category this week. Thank the Lord for Eric. So thank you, Kenny.
I don't want to hear that you're revolving the show around Taylor Swift's life.
Kenny is excited. I don't have him on the list because he's not one of the top 5. You know who is the number 1 though, Ron? The number 1? The man you just talked about, Trey McBride of the Cardinals, will be the number 1 tight end. Ron, 126 receptions last season, 1,239 yards, 11 touchdowns, 9.8 per reception. But he already has like 350 receptions in his career. He's played for 3 years, Ron. He's basically 100 reception a season guy. And nobody knows about him because he's in Arizona where nobody cares that they play football.
Yeah.
If this kid was in New York, Miami, somewhere where they would be they'd be all over him. This kid is by far the best tight end this season.
I would. Oh my God, a tight end like this, playing in a 2 tight end system, would be unbelievable to see.
Next to this guy, you somehow put on here.
Hunter Henry is a very, very good. He's definitely top 10 in the league.
Maybe I'm spoiled because I can't.
But
Gronk,
there's a lot of rookies that are coming up, and a lot of young players, like 2-3 seasons. There's going to be some breakout seasons this year.
All right, Ron, we're going to talk.
One of them.
We're going to talk some Major League Baseball. We're going to talk about Tarek Skubal. Skubal has stated that he wants to stay in Detroit. He'd like to win a World Series in Detroit. Tigers have a decision to make now. Do you keep him or do you trade him? What would you do if you're the Detroit?
He's got to say that he wants to stay because he doesn't want to look like the bad guy. Oh, I want out, and the fans all hate him. He doesn't want that. He's got to say, oh, I want to stay in Detroit, knowing that he's going to get traded.
So you think the writing's on the wall, he's already getting traded?
I think he's getting traded.
Yeah. So I said they're 4 games back of the wild card.
Yeah.
4.
Yep.
They're 49 and 54. The teams ahead of them, the Mariners, the Twins, the Orioles, and the Astros aren't bond burners. Those aren't teams that you sit back and go,
no, but that's the problem. There's a bunch of teams ahead of them.
4 games, though.
Yeah, but it doesn't
that could
matter.
change in a week.
You still have to jump over 4 teams.
That could change in a week.
Actually, you got to jump over 5 because you got to count the
How many teams did your Boston Red Sox jump over to get into the wild card in the last 2 weeks?
Don't get too excited about that.
I'm just saying, anything's possible. They have the 22nd toughest remaining schedule, which means they are in the bottom half of the league and the teams they're going to play going forward. They have a great opportunity. If you keep Skubal, I would go out and get a bat because they are one of the worst batting averages in the league, 235 as a team, which ranks 25th. They are 6th in pitching. Pitching wins championships, Ron.
Yes.
Why get rid of one of the best pitchers in the league when you already established that your rotation and your pitching on your team is solid? Go get a bat. Even if you don't finish in the wild card and make it, you still can look at the American League and teams that are in right now stink.
Yeah.
So the American League isn't anything to worry about. Even next season, they have a good shot.
Yeah, there's only 2 good teams in the whole league.
But you get rid of Skubal, you start
one's
all
the
over.
Yankees, and one is anybody else that can win a division, which is horrible. Up in the air still.
Horrible.
It is. No, look, I'm not saying that Detroit shouldn't go for it. They should. You should hold on to the best pitcher. You're running the Tigers, Ron.
You're running the Tigers. You're moving on from them.
If I'm running the Tigers, no, I'm signing him to a long contract and keeping him here. And being a big market, I'm going to start acting like a big market. But that is not the case.
I just don't see how you rebound from it if you get rid of it.
It's the Detroit Tigers, And the Chicago White Sox, they feel like they're the Kansas City Royals because they don't act like they can compete with the big market teams. And they are a big market team, and they should be going for it. This team should be good all the time. Ever since they lost to the Red Sox, they've been that Kansas City Royals like. They've been just dumping players left and right. As soon as they find a star, they dump them for draft picks and whatever and prospects. And I don't understand why they're doing it. It's a backwards mentality that is running rampant in the American League, as far as I'm concerned. I think the only team that's not doing it is the Yankees. Everybody else feels like they just got to trade all the good players and get prospects. And it makes no sense to me. Makes no sense.
Skubal in 2026 right now, 6-5, 82.2 innings pitched, 2.83 ERA with 98 strikeouts. Let's not forget he was a back-to-back Cy Young winner. So the last two seasons he's won the Cy Young.
Yeah.
I think he's still got a ton of value.
God.
From the Tigers, right? I'm building around this kid. And I'm
right. Look, to me, they're 2 players away from going to the World Series. 2 players. You get a big bat and another pitcher, and you probably go into the World Series because there's no competition in the American League except for the Yankees. Yep. You just have to worry about one team.
Yeah, get a couple bats. Keep Skubal. We'll see. I mean, trade deadline's August 3rd. So we've still got about a week or so before anything happens. Yeah. But this will be crazy if they do it because I think it'll just devastate the Detroit Tigers team. You don't rebound for this. This will be a years before you come back.
Right.
Because you're not going to find a pitcher like this again. All right, crazy stat time, Ron. There have been 12 players that have won back-to-back Cy Youngs. 12.
Number of the day is 12.
It's 12, right? It is. 12 pitchers that won back-to-back Cy Youngs in Major League Baseball history.
Can you name them?
But only one pitcher has done it twice. Would you like to guess who that
Wait, in was? Baseball? All of baseball?
In all of baseball, in the history of baseball. There's only one pitcher that did it twice. He won back-to-back twice.
I have a few candidates.
Okay.
I lean towards Greg Maddux, Pedro, but I thought Pedro only did it 3 times.
I don't even think they won back-to-backs. I don't think they won.
I'm not sure. Then there's Randy Johnson and Roger Clemens.
Randy Johnson has won back-to-back. Roger Clemens has won back-to-back Cy Youngs. I will tell you that.
And there's also Steve Carlton. I'm going to go with Steve Carlton.
Steve Carlton, you think won it twice. So back-to-back, then back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
Okay. You are incorrect. It is actually Roger Clemens.
Something inside me said he's going to throw a Roger Clemens in there because it'll piss me off.
And he did it with the Red Sox and then with the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah.
But, Ron, on top of that, Roger Clemens has won the most Cy Young awards with 7.
Yeah.
He is the all-time leader in Cy Young award winners. So the juice helped.
I just refuse to say Roger Clemens.
The juice helped, my friend. Let's go,
juice did help, obviously.
The Rocket. That's why they called him the Rocket. Ron, before we move on to our split decisions, can we thank our good friends there with the almost new, semi-new, was new, kind of was new.
Tonight's show is brought to you by the all-new, about a year ago, 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including Sports Unfolded, which is us, and the Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour.
Also want to thank our good friends there at 99.1 WDJY-FM in Dallas, Georgia. You guys are awesome, putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m. And our good friends here in Southeast Connecticut, S6E30 Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for the support. putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate you greatly. All
See,
right,
they
Ron.
need a song for Connecticut.
It is. Yeah, Connecticut, the Nutmeg State. No, it just doesn't do it. Let's move on to our split decisions. Our split decision segment, we basically ask each other two more likely questions and we have to make a decision. You are first tonight, Ron. So have at it.
All right. Who is more likely to win the NFL MVP for the 2026 season? Upcoming season.
All right.
Matthew Stafford, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, or Drake May? Both in same divisions, opposite conferences.
I don't think Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold benefits from a great defense. I mean, obviously, he has JSN, who's one of the best wide receivers in the league, but I don't see his numbers. He also led the league in interceptions, so it's tough to be an MVP if you're going to have that many turnovers. So I'm taking Sam Darnold out. Drake May, to me, had a season that I have to see more. It was one season. So I am not confident enough to say that he is that good. I think he's good. I really do. I think the kid's going to be a talent. But I need to see it more consistently. So for me, I would take him out of the mix, which leaves me with Josh Allen and your boy, Matthew Stafford. So Stafford, to me, they're going to look at it because if that team isn't completely dominant, I think it hurts them because they're expected to win it all. Like that, with Adam Miles Garrett, Aaron Donald might come back, like all this stuff that they're doing. So for him, I think the pressure's so high that if he doesn't match what he did last season, it's basically going to be like, oh, he's horrible, right? Or they don't get to the playoffs, it's going to be a joke. So I'm going to go with Josh Allen because I think Josh Allen's going to put up similar numbers no matter what because he has to. He doesn't have a choice. Every season he does it. So I'm going Josh Allen.
Interesting.
Going Josh Allen.
Who do you think is going to win MVP?
Matthew Stafford.
If you don't exclude anybody.
Matthew Stafford. I think they're just going to have another great year. He's got the best wide receiving group of the bunch. So,
but yet you didn't take him.
No, because I think the pressure's higher on him. And I think the voters will look negatively if that team doesn't dominate. Like, I think that team needs to dominate. If they dominate, yes, 100%. But I think that if they go 11-6, I think people are disappointed. It knocks him down a little bit.
They go 11-6, they may not make the playoffs.
All right, this is a funny question because my first split decision for you, Ron, I got a little nervous for a second. Which NFL quarterback is more likely to match their total from last season? Matthew Stafford,
I almost did that,
who had 46 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, or Drake May, who had 31 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Who was more likely to match their totals again?
Matthew Stafford.
So you think Matthew Stafford goes 46 and 8 again?
Well, he's more likely to do it.
Okay. So you and yourself don't believe Drake May is as good as we think he may be?
No, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying more likely Patriots finish second in their division and have a good season. They make the postseason, but it's going to be tough to match that when you have a harder schedule as well, as opposed to the Rams who just loaded up. I think they're going to be okay.
So the funny thing is, it's year 3 for Drake.
Yeah.
And really he's only had one good year. Like the first season, he kind of got thrown in. He was,
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to see more. And it's like I don't want to believe yet until I see more.
Yeah.
And so I don't feel like
Last
he can
year
match.
was just a season with holding the Mayo.
It was like
That's it.
yeah.
Now
It
it's
was
going
like
to
a
be
blur.
fully loaded.
Yeah, right. Last season was a blur, and I'm like, it wasn't real, and I pinched myself several times. And now this season, I'm going, and now it did. I got a lot of bruising. But this season, I'm literally sitting back going, please be real, please be real, please be real. Like this is like okay. I don't even need them to get to the Super Bowl again. Just be good. Just be good.
Look, I like that they're going to be underdogs going into all of this.
Don't forget, Mac Jones got us to a playoff game too. Just say it.
Mac Jones is a good quarterback.
Yes, he's phenomenal. Yeah, I wish he was back. Sure. All right, Ron, your second.
I would take him as a backup.
Your second split decision.
All right, who is more likely to be the best off-season acquisition in the NHL? Brady Tkachuk for the Florida Panthers, Alex Tuck of the Washington Capitals, Anthony Mantha of the New Jersey Devils, or Vincent Trocheck of Utah. Those are some good players.
That's a good one. You're going to have to go one by one here again with me, buddy. Just because I'm not as hockey efficient as you.
Tkachuk of Florida.
Tkachuk for
Brady
Florida.
Tkachuk.
I'm Brady Tkachuk. I'm going to say no. And the reason why I'm going to say no is I think that team's getting old quick. And Bobrovsky's going to be probably not their goaltender. Right?
No, he's not. He's in Toronto now.
Right? Oh, that's right. They traded him.
They got Markstrom.
Yeah. So again, I don't think that team's going to be as good. They had a lot of injuries last season. Got old quick.
Yes. They also got rid of. They also didn't keep Radish on defense either. He also went to Toronto.
So I think they're going to take a step back. So I don't think that move helps. So he's a.
Alex
Tuck. Tuck, I like the Capitals move. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago when they got him. Younger player, obviously Ovechkin coming back. I think he brings a little spark. So I like that move. So he'd probably be my number one right now.
Anthony Mantha for the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah.
Played in Pittsburgh last year.
Yeah.
He's a big player, big winger. Going to be in New Jersey with Jacques.
Yeah. Hughes. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Devils. I don't know. They just don't impress me as much as I think they could. I think again, to your point, anytime you get a solid winger, a big winger, that's gonna make a difference. But I'm still going Tuck above him.
And then there's Vincent Trocheck.
I like that move. I think I like that move probably the best because I think Utah surprised a lot of people just getting to the postseason.
Yeah.
And now you get a veteran player who's done it before, who can really help this team on the ice.
Good face-off man, too.
So I would probably say Trocheck. Honestly, in my opinion, when you have a younger team or a team that's not normally used to getting there, you get a guy that can really help mold some of those younger players.
It also shows the fans that they're for real and they're really trying to win.
Yeah. So I like that move. I like that move a lot. And then I would go Tuck number 2. I really like Tuck. I think that's a good move.
Very good.
All right. I have an NHL question for you as well.
What I would have thought you would have said. I thought you were going to go with Brady Tkachuk, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I just feel Florida got old quick. They won the two cups, and now it's like, uh-oh. the ice opened up,
man.
Could
be an uh-oh.
Yeah, the ice opened up. All right. Ron, which of the bottom 4 Eastern Conference teams that made the playoffs in the NHL last season is more likely to miss it this season? The Boston Bruins, the Montreal Canadiens, the Ottawa Senators, or the Philadelphia Flyers? Those were the bottom 4.
That's an easy one.
Okay.
Ottawa. I mean, you just dumped everybody. I mean, you just dumped Brady Tkachuk and now you expect a 40-year-old, to lead this team to greener pastures. No,
All right.
I don't buy it. They're not making the playoffs.
So Ottawa's out. So
Yeah.
Boston, Montreal, Philadelphia still in.
Well, I'm not saying that they're still in, but they are not making the playoffs.
Okay. Ottawa definitely not. All right. Out. All right.
I only get to pick one. Can I pick more than one?
Yeah, that's probably not how all 3 or 4. You picking Boston to make it?
I have not decided yet.
Okay. All right.
I'm
All right,
picking Buffalo not to make it, though.
Ooh, that's breaking right now. That's a TikTok you better post. That is a bold prediction, as well as they played last season. All right, let's talk some more NHL, Ron, because Patrick Kane is returning to the Chicago Blackhawks. Can he help this team win? So again, that they finished with the second worst record in points, 72 points last season, 29, 39, and 14. Only the Canucks had less points as a team. They had 58.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on this signing?
Look, this is the facts. Okay, you banked on Connor Bedard being the guy. And I'm not seeing it. I'm not saying he's not good, but I mean, he got 30 goals, 45 assists last season, 75 games, but he was still a minus 18. And you are a defensive liability, and in order to change the direction, he has to control the puck at all times, and he's just not doing that. When Gretzky came up, and I know it's not fair to compare him to these guys. When Gretzky came up, Mario came up, Steve Yzerman came up, Sidney Crosby even. They got on the ice and they control the puck. The puck was always in the offensive zone. That's not how it's working with Connor Bedard. And that is a big problem. Now, 30 goals, pretty good. He's starting to show those flashes. And I'm guessing that Patrick Kane is going back home, and he's going to be a mentor for
that's why I love the move. I think for the Blackhawks, it makes the most sense. Here's a guy that did it in Chicago, knows how to win, 3 cups, right? 2010, 13, and 2015, they won it. He's played 16 seasons in Chicago, so he knows the environment. He knows the crowd. But a guy that can teach Connor Bedard how to be a true professional, a winning professional.
Yes.
And I think that's what you gain. At 37, you're not expecting
this guy and he can still put the puck in it.
Yeah, right? But you're not expecting him to light it up, be your number one scorer. You're not asking him to do that. You're asking him to mold this kid into what you were when you came into the league.
This is how you need to be a Chicago Blackhawk.
Right? And that's how I think this team finally starts to turn it around.
Yeah.
So I think for the organization, listen, two-year, $8 million per year, I think is a little steep based on his age and his production. But I think they're really doing it more for the mentorship, like you said. It just makes sense.
I think they are. And to me, it makes sense. You put him on that line, you could be in trouble in your own end, but but I think you can control the puck more often than what you are, now. And it's got to be a turning point in Connor Bedard's career.
100%.
It has to be, because if not, he's going to get shipped out.
Yeah. 67 games last season for Patrick Kane, 16 goals, 41 assists, so 57 points. Was a -1, is a -1 for his career. So again, not a guy that you're going to get. It's pretty even when he's on the ice.
Yeah, I mean, because it's it's the career hanging in a balance, really. I mean, when you start looking at some of the players that came out and that season, I mean, he's still ahead of probably all of them, but the hype isn't there. Like nobody's talking about Connor Bedard anymore. They're talking about these Leo Carlson and players like that. That and Celebrini. They're talking about those players.
Yeah,
Kane is there to make sure Connor Bedard is not forgotten.
I agree. So we'll have to see. Will they be the worst team in the NHL or second worst team in the NHL?
So.
I don't think so either. All right, Ron, crazy stat time. The Chicago Blackhawks, right? Great organization, has won a lot of playoff games. But did you know they hold the longest losing streak in the postseason in NHL history? 16 straight from April 20th, 1975 to April 22nd, 1979. They did not win a game in the postseason. Lost 16 straight, which is the all-time record. Imagine getting there every time and losing. And losing. What? 4 straight years of just like, wow, okay. Don't even
not being able to win a playoff game.
Don't even bother getting there. Don't even do it to me. All right, Ron, it is pick and roll time.
It's time for pick and roll.
We are on episode 30 of season 6. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. So we said, what are we going to do? 30 home run seasons for these Boston Red Sox. So all of these Boston Red Sox players finished with a 30 home run season. And those players were Nomar Garciaparra, David Ortiz, Ted Williams, Hanley Ramirez, Reggie Smith, and Vern Stevens. We're going to rank them from 6 to 1.
You know what I mean, Vern?
Ron, yeah, Vern. You are first tonight, so you're pick and roll.
All right. This isn't a bad list.
No, there's some really good players here. I was quite surprised.
I mean, to get 30 home runs is no easy feat. But at number 6, I have Hanley Ramirez. And this was close for me because, I mean, he doesn't have bad numbers at all. 289 batting average, and 271 career home runs. Gee, I wonder why he just disappeared.
Something about the Marlins. Went to the Marlins.
But 1,000 runs scored, 917 ribbies. He won Rookie of the Year. Mm-hmm. 3-time All-Star, 2 Silver Sluggers, 1 batting title. And I believe that was with the Red Sox, by the way. But number 6, it was just not there. I have Vern Stevens, this fellow right here, just ahead of him. 286 batting average, only 3 percentage points less. But he did have more hits, so obviously he played a little bit longer than Hanley Ramirez. But what tipped the scales is he had 1,000 runs, but also 1,100 plus RBIs and a 7-time All-Star. Mm-hmm. And that tipped the scales slightly. I'd like that batting title by Hanley, but just a little more from Vern in the production with the runs and RBIs, and I like that. So number 5. Number 4, I have Reggie Smith, who was a really good ball player. He had 2,020 hits, more than Ramirez and Stevens. 314 home runs, also more. 287 batting average, so right on par with those. 1,100 runs, almost 1,100, 8 short from 1,100 RBI. He has a World Series and also a 7-time All-Star, and he won a Gold Glove. Very good defensive player. I have Reggie Smith at number 4. Number 3, Nomar Garciaparra. And I wish his career was a little longer, but it was not. 1,700 hits, but I still put him up at number 3, mostly because of that batting average. 313 career average is phenomenal. 229 home runs. He had 900 plus in both runs and RBIs. 6-time All-Star, 1-time Silver Slugger.
The old Strugger.
Yeah, the Strugger. But 2 batting titles, and I just felt Nomar meant more, than what Reggie Smith did in career-wise, even though some of the numbers are not there. But if you give him 2,000 more at bats, he's surpassing all of those guys below him. But number 2, Big Papi, David Ortiz, number 2, 2,472 hits, ahead of all the others below him, and a 286 batting average, which is actually surprising for a slugger. With the 541 home runs, which is the most on the list. 1,400 runs, 1,700 RBI. Those 17 stolen bases were awesome. Awesome. Barn burner. 3 World Series championships, 10-time All-Star, 7 Silver Sluggers, a Hall of Famer, 1 MVP, 1 World Series MVP, sorry, and 1 All-Star American League Championships were MVP. Whew, getting tongue-tied. Clemente Award as well. He's just better than the other guys, but he doesn't compare. Like, I would take Ted Williams over all of these guys combined. If I could take Ted Williams or all of these other guys, I'm taking Ted Williams. I mean, 2,654 hits, didn't get 3,000, but that's because he served 2 tours of duty in the service. I mean, prime years of his career, he was in the service. You got to give him he's the highest ranked of all of these guys. 344 batting average.
Ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Crazy. 521 home runs, and he only missed Papi by 20 home runs and had 900 less at bats. That's craziness. This guy was incredible. 1,798 for runs scored, 1,800 plus RBIs, 19-time All-Star, and he missed 4 years. 6-time batting champion, 2 MVPs, 2 triple crowns. I mean, this guy did everything except for one thing.
Won a championship, my friend.
But he's clearly the best player. Clearly. It's not even close.
Okay. All right. You were so close, and you let your heart beat you. Okay. Hanley Ramirez, I agree, at 6. Again, good numbers. Again, just not enough. I didn't like that he didn't get to 1,000 RBIs. So at 6, that's why I put Vern Stevens ahead of him. You were correct. 200 more RBIs. That production matters. 4 more All-Stars. It kind of mattered. Here's where you messed up. Nomar has to be at number 4, based on his numbers.
It was
not based on projection, based on numbers. So other than the batting average,
I like that batting average.
313. And that's where I struggled too. He didn't get to 1,000 runs. He didn't get to 1,000 RBIs.
Yeah,
that hurt him because Reggie Smith at 3 got to 1,000 on both.
It was close for that number 3. Reggie Smith was right there, and
Reggie Smith got to 2,000 hits. Nomar didn't. So I had to put Reggie Smith ahead of Nomar. Again, projection-wise, give Nomar 1,500 more at-bats. Absolutely, you're right. But guess what? He didn't. So I'm going with what he had.
That's good.
David Ortiz at 200%. Listen, his numbers stand. World Series MVP, ALCS MVP. What a great job by him when he got to those big games. We know what he meant to Boston, breaking the curse and everything he did. But to your point, Ted Williams and those numbers are ridiculous. And just we got gypped because he probably would have had 3,000 hits, probably would have had over 2,000 runs and RBIs in both of those categories.
Definitely would have.
And probably 4 or 5 more All-Star appearances if he didn't have to serve.
And
Thank you for serving our country, but
maybe
a championship. So again, Ted Williams, man, those numbers are ridiculous. Five times
one of the best players of all time.
5-time Major League Baseball Player of the Year on top of the 2 MVPs. So basically 7 times they said this guy was the best player in baseball.
Yeah.
So.
When it came to hitting, like when you throw in all those names, whether it's Pete Rose, Tony Gwynn, Wade Boggs, Rod Carew, his better than all those.
Yeah, his name has to be in there without a doubt.
Yeah,
100%. But these guys, great list.
We
did this for the Red Sox 15-game winning streak, so I threw these in there for you because I know how excited you would be about talking about Red Sox baseball. So.
Yeah, sure.
It's the things I do.
The only player that I really didn't like was Hanley. I wasn't around to watch Vern Stevens. So.
Yeah, you sure about that?
Pretty sure.
Let's bring up this Hall of Fame because we have 2 new inductees. Speaking of that,
we have one new inductee.
That's right. We have one because we had a tie. So Michael Strahan, congratulations on being inducted into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. But it is your chance now as fans out there. We got a lot of live viewers. Get your phones out. If you're on a computer, go to the website. You can scan it as well. But scan that QR code right now. This is for tennis. Steffi Graf, Monica Seles, Martina Hingis, Zena Garrison, or Lindsay Davenport. One of them could be the next member of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Currently, Steffi Graf leading in that category. I'm just verifying. Yep, Steffi Graf still on top in that category. Scan that barcode right now.
On top, huh?
Steffi Graf's on top. I forget she was married to Andre Agassi.
Yeah, that's a lot of talent right there.
And they've been together for a while.
A long time.
Yeah, so it's that was impressive itself. As well as for the NHL now, you get your phones out again, scan this QR code, and you have the opportunity to vote for the next member of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame for hockey. And they are, Ron.
Jean Raytel, Guy Lafleur, Bobby Clark, Philadelphia, Daryl Sittler, even though it's Sutter on the poll, but it's Daryl Sittler, Toronto Maple Leaf, and Bobby Hull. Those are a great players. These are all great players. To me, this is a no-brainer, though.
Guy Lafleur leading in that one. Jean Rattel.
Rightfully so.
Jean Rattel does have a vote. Jean Rattel does have a vote as well, though.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So
I didn't vote for him, but
no, somebody did. Somebody did.
I'm glad.
Somebody did.
He deserves recognition. Former Bruin and Ranger.
All right. Oh, we got it. Oh, Monica Seles gets in with a vote as well.
There we go.
Monica Seles as well has got.
I'm guessing that's Kenny.
Maybe Kenny. You think Kenny's a big Monica Seles fan?
I think he is.
All right, Ron. It is prediction time, and this was an ugly week last week, so hopefully we can bounce back. 2-4 for me, 1-5 for you. Danny 1-4. Hugo came in at 500 though, 3-3. So here is your opportunity, Kenny. It's been a while, Kenny. We got to get you back on here. So let's make sure. All right, Hugo. That's right. You got that emoji going. There it
Hugo's
is. It
doing
is that
very
time.
well. He's doing very well.
Hugo?
Yeah.
It's 49%, buddy. I mean, let's get over 500, and then we'll say you're doing all right. All right, so we're starting off in Major League Baseball on the 24th tonight. You got the Chicago Cubs at the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is a best of 3, Ron. Who are you taking?
I'm going to go Pittsburgh. I need to buckle down here. I got to take this seriously now. Pittsburgh Pirates. I think they have a better pitching staff, so I'm going to go Pittsburgh.
I agree. I went Pittsburgh as well because I do agree with the pitching staff. And neither one of these teams played great on the road or at home when you look at both teams. So Cubs not great on the road, Pirates okay at home. So I'm just going with the home team. Hugo's going with the Pirates. That makes me feel better.
Arg!
We got a few Kenny finally back in the mix here. Going with the Cubs. Where is Danny? Danny might have just said he gave up.
Danny and Jake
was on.
I think they're still watching because the numbers are still there.
All right.
They're just sleeping.
Going once, going twice. Here we go. More Major League Baseball on the 27th round. With the Philadelphia Phillies at the Miami Marlins. Believe it or not, like it's very close with these two teams, as crazy as it sounds. Marlins in third, though. Phillies in second. I like Phillies lineup better. So I'm going Philadelphia, even though they're on the road.
Yeah, I'm going Philly too. I just think they're just a better team. And I know Miami is. They got a lot of talent.
I got it, Hugo. The fish. So Marlins. I like it with the little fishing rod. Danny, Philadelphia at the Miami Marlins is Kenny's going Phils.
Danny, what do you got?
Who are you taking?
Cubs, Pirates, Phillies, Marlins. I don't like the Phillies. So Danny's going with, I guess, Miami.
You going with the Marlins?
Yeah, he doesn't like the Phillies.
I don't know what that means. Does that mean he's going with the Marlins?
He's going to go with the Miami Marlins.
All right. So we're going to put him down for the Marlins?
Yep.
All right, Danny. All right, Danny. Let's go some WNBA action. This game's on the 29th. You've got the Atlanta Dream.
How long is it till football? 2 weeks?
2 more weeks, yeah. Atlanta Dream at the Dallas Wings. Who are you taking, Ron?
Really? I'm going to take Atlanta. I dreamt it.
You dreamt about it? All right. I like this dream team, man. I like this dream team, but I like flying a little better, so I'm going Wings. We know Dodgers all the way, Danny. We'll agree with you, buddy.
See, now you're making me hungry.
So I went Wings. I like wings. I like chicken wings. And I like the players on the wings. I like Paige Becker. I like what they've done there. So I'm going Dallas here. Kenny's going Dream. It was all a dream. It's the Atlanta Dream at the Dallas Wings. Hugo, sorry. Dream at Wings.
Yeah, like Debbie Gibson's song.
Only
in my dreams.
As real as it may seem. It was only in my dreams. All right, we got more WNBA action on the 30th. You got the New York Liberty at the Las Vegas Aces. I don't like the way the Liberty's playing, man. They're like
I don't either.
Down. They've struggled.
Is it you or me?
Me. So I'm going. Oh, Danny's going with the Wings. All right, Danny. I'm going Aces here. I'm going Aces at home.
Yeah, I'm going Aces as well. Look, they're just right now. Liberty is just not playing very well at all. And they've won some games that they haven't played well. Trying to downward spiral.
Yeah, I think so.
Hugo with the
Hugo with Aces. Not the jokers, the aces. We got you, buddy. Kenny's going with the Liberty. Oh, here come the emojis. Bring it, people. Bring it. Danny, who you taking? Liberty at aces. Yeah, I don't think the Liberty even make the championship. I think keep playing the way they're playing. They're like a 500 team, though.
That's what they've been playing like.
It's kind of crazy. All right. Danny, going once, going twice. 3 times a lady. All right. July 26th, we are going to NASCAR. We got the Brickyard 400 in Indianapolis. This is a big one. This is always a fun race.
Yeah.
Yeah, they race in Indy. Top 5 driver. So, who you taking, Ron?
I'm going Kyle Larson.
Okay.
He does very well on this track.
Liberty.
And I think that he's going to run a great race.
I hope he doesn't run.
I feel like since his buddy Kyle Busch died, he's been phenomenal.
I will say this, Ron. If he's running the race, he's probably going to lose because the cars go faster.
If he's running, definitely.
Okay. So you think he's going to run a good race?
Liberty, by the way.
Yes, I got it. Got Danny's Liberty. I'm going with Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace likes this track. This is a good track for Bubba, and he's got a shrimp boat. So, Bubba Wallace is my pick for this one.
And if somebody's in the lead, it's only right if they go back and get Bubba.
You got to go back and get Bubba. See, Tyler Reddick.
Got to go back and get Bubba.
Bubba.
Like
Captain Dan.
You said Bubba Wallace. Like every joke.
Forrest Gump comes right out. It's like no choice. Captain Dan. All right.
No, it's
all
Lieutenant.
Right. Lieutenant Dan. My bad. Easy, bro. All right. I was just trying to get a leg up. Oh, no, leg up. Captain Dan. All right. July 25th. July 25th, we got a boxing match. I'm just trying to get something in here that we could actually do. This is a heavyweight matchup. Anthony Joshua. Oh, Kenny's going Ty Dillon. All right, Ty Dillon. Kenny.
Ty Dillon.
So Anthony Joshua versus Christian Pranga. This is a heavyweight matchup. This is the fight after. So Joshua hasn't fought since he fought Jake Paul. So back in the ring, heavyweight matchup.
And who won that fight, by the way?
Joshua won that fight. Yeah. I'm going Anthony Joshua here. He's the more polished fighter.
Joshua too.
All right. Anthony Joshua is back. He's going for a heavyweight title. That Jake Paul thing fired him up. Joshua for Hugo. There is really nothing going on, buddy.
That's why I said earlier, is like, how long is it till football?
Do I do lacrosse again? Do I do soccer? Every time we pick a soccer, that's the one match that goes tie. Every time.
I think you got to look at some obscure sports.
Oh, Kenny's going Pranga. Wow.
Tire wrestling. For some Pringles, maybe.
Maybe we'll go tire wrestling. Pick the winner for the tire wrestling.
I think you got to look at,
the slap.
Oh.
The extreme slapping or whatever.
Maybe we should look at esports.
I was thinking about it.
Who's up on top in the Call of Duty?
Call of Duty. Oh boy. All right, my friend. We are on to the end for soccer. Just pick who wins or a tie. So we thought about that, Hugo. We did that before. We used to do ties, but COD is rigged. I could tell you that. There are a lot of hackers in COD. We are on the final thoughts, and our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. Ron, you are first tonight. So your final thought.
My final thought goes out to Spain. What they accomplished, like I said earlier, it is phenomenal. And I love the celebration. And I also love the reaction to Lionel Messi when he was walking off the field, clapping, for Spain. I thought that was very classy, and I like how the players responded in losing, at least from what I saw. And
There was a
it,
fight.
it takes a bigger man to take the loss and be humble about that than winning. I think Messi's reaction really was wonderful to see. He was genuinely happy for Spain, and because I'm sure he knows a lot of those players.
Yeah, I will say this. I think there was a fight after the match that FIFA's looking into. Wasn't with Messi though, so we'll give him that.
Yeah.
And Hugo is very correct. The men and women won the World Cup, first time in FIFA history there as well. So Spain is the dominant sport of football right now. So yes, very good point, Hugo. Yeah. My final thoughts, actually, an NHL one, Ron, believe it or not. I read this story and I was a little upset because we had talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but the Vegas Golden Knights, I think I'm making a major mistake. So John Tortorella came out and said that he was disappointed that the team didn't bring him back. We had assumed that it was him making that decision, that he just decided he didn't want to coach. When in fact he does want to coach. As an organization, if you think about the fact that he got you to a Stanley Cup, turned that team around when you were basically about to not even, be anything in the postseason, and made that team fight, was tough, was gritty. He showed that he could coach that team, and that team responded well to it. I'm now disappointed in the Vegas Golden Knights as well, because I feel like they blew an opportunity, and you're going to go with a guy that coached in the AHL over a guy that's gotten there, has proven that he could get there, and proven it with your team. This isn't even I don't know how our team will respond.
That team responded to him
100%.
And you got to think that all the experience Tortorella has with every team in the league, it seems. He's learning still on how to coach, and he reached these players. He made them tough as nails. And when they went in and they knocked out the favorite to win the Stanley Cup, that speaks volume for coaching right there. Because that team, the Vegas Golden Knights, probably should have lost. And he brought him back for they might not have even made the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. And the fact that he wanted to come back, I think it would have made the most sense to bring him back. So Vegas, hopefully you don't regret this move. But John Tortorella is looking for a job. And he said he's looking for a job. He wants to coach again. So we were wrong thinking it was, probably had enough. He still wants to keep going.
Yeah.
So if I'm a veteran team right now and I'm looking to say what gives me the best opportunity to possibly get to the Stanley Cup, John Tortorella might be your guy.
Maybe Colorado should be looking into it.
Yeah, that's my final thought. So I just want to say thank you to all those that joined us live tonight. Kenny, Hugo, Danny, Jake, you guys were amazing tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate the support. Anybody that's going to watch us afterwards, look us up on our social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, MeWe. We are everywhere, so you can share, follow our show, tell your friends about it. Join us on. I can't right to you. Join us every Friday at 6 p.m. For the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded. We appreciate the support. Ron, it's been a pleasure tonight. Thank you each week for what you bring to the table. And all we ever ask for every single show, and it doesn't seem like it's going to ever happen because it keeps getting worse, but we want peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody. See you next time.